Bloat-free meal planning, free training for you guys today, all about gut healthy nutrition. One of the most common questions that I get are around nutrition when it comes to gut health. What do I eat for gut health? I feel like I eat this food and I get really bloated. Maybe you can relate to some of these. Maybe you have a list of foods that make you feel really, really crummy. Maybe you have gut issues, but you don't know any rhyme or reason. You don't know what's causing them, and you're just tired of feeling like crap and you want answers. The thing with nutrition is it can feel really overwhelming, right? There's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of information out there, and sometimes it can be really hard to decipher what to believe and what not to believe. One person saying one thing, one person saying another thing, and it can feel like you want to pull your hair out. I totally get it. So I wanted to pop in today to talk to you guys all about bloat-free meal planning, how you can really prepare for success, get going on the right foot each week, and have meals that are actually supporting your gut and making it super simple and easy, because I am all about simplicity over here. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I have a little presentation because I don't know about you guys, but I love a good little visual. Let's see, share screen. All right, we're going to figure this out, guys. We are just going to figure this out. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. All right. Let me go into present mode. And we're going to be talking all about bloat-free eating, bloat-free nutrition, and how you can really support your nutrition and feeling really good in your body. All right, let's get into the good stuff. So like I said, this training is all on bloat-free meal planning. So if you're joining me here live, say, hey, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And as you guys know, I pop in here pretty frequently to do free trainings for you guys. And I love these to be very interactive. So if you have any questions that come up, if you have any notes or comments, go ahead, drop them into the comment section and we'll chat through them. All right, so today we're really going to be talking about how to find an eating plan that, number one, you love, and number two, actually makes you feel good, right? Because we need both when it comes to nutrition, and to live our best lives ever, feeling good in our bodies, we need both of those things. We're going to be talking about how to do that, how to get rid of bloat through the foods that you choose, how to snack. Yes, there is a right and a wrong way to snack. We're going to be talking about that, and smart sweets. Guys, I love a good little treat at the end of the night. I totally have a sweet tooth. I'm not afraid to say it. So we're going to be talking about how you can enjoy these sweet treats while still supporting your gut and your health. So we're going to be talking about this today, and how really our 21-day meal guide is such a helpful tool for this. As you guys know, I wrote about this yesterday in the group that our 21-day meal guide is on sale this week. So it ends tomorrow because it's already Friday. So crazy how fast the week goes, but it's on sale for half off right now. And this is a really helpful tool for helping you guys meal plan in a bloat-free and gut healthy way. So the reason that we even created this in the first place was I always get asked, what do I even eat to get rid of bloat? I feel like I am constantly bloated. Maybe you end each day feeling like you're 9 months pregnant. And the thing is when we're fixing our gut, as you guys know, I do a lot of testing with my clients. We're doing a lot of root cause approaches. We're rebalancing from the inside out. And when we're fixing the gut in such an in-depth way, we can't forget about the basics, being nutrition. Nutrition is a huge foundation that we cannot skip over, right? We have to address the nutrition. And so I found that I was always working on these same nutrition changes with almost all of my clients. We were working on the same sort of things. So I thought, how can I gather up all this information that is clearly needed by so many people and get it into the hands of more people? And that is how the 21-day meal guide was born. You guys literally get it for 39 bucks. You get an inside look into the exact nutrition changes that I work on with my clients. So we're going to talk more, get more deep and in depth into all of this. So meal planning for a bloat-free summer. This is our summer meal guide. This can be used all around. We just thought, bloat-free summer has a fun ring to it, but it's really a great meal guide all year round. It's completely gluten-free, dairy-free. So I found that with a lot of my clients, when we found that they did have to go gluten-free, dairy-free, we worked together to figure that out for each of my clients. But for those who we decided, yeah, we should probably pull out the gluten and the dairy for some time, sometimes it can feel a little restricted and it can feel a little confusing, maybe overwhelming. So this guide literally gives you 21 days, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and desserts that are all gluten-free, dairy-free. So it takes all the thinking out of it. You'll learn that bloat-free eating really is simple for you to do all on your own. Like I was saying in the beginning, it can feel overwhelming and nutrition can feel like this huge beast to undertake, but it really is simple once you just kind of understand the basics of it and you understand the formula for a bloat-free meal, which we're going to be talking about. And so if you're feeling lost, I got you. This is the tool to guide you. It's literally over 90 pages of the exact nutrition blueprint that I work on with all of my clients. So it's literally, we're just giving that right to you. So what you really learn in this meal guide is number one, the foods that you love and that you do really well with. I have different templates to help walk you through identifying which foods may not be sitting too well for you and which ones you do really well with. You learn how to create a balanced plate. So important when it comes to bloat-free eating, how to snack smart, like we talked about earlier, how your food choices are affecting your bloating because your food choices absolutely play a role in bloating. So the guide really walks you through that. How to support your gut through the meals that you're eating, nourishing treats, those sweet treats that fuel your gut and your sweet tooth. And you really need the tool that's going to guide you because you're right, it is confusing. There's a lot of information. It can feel overwhelming. So we really condensed it into a single guide for you guys to walk you through all of these things. Okay, let's start talking about how your food choices are affecting your bloating. So how your food choices are affecting your bloating are the types of food that are on your plate. So my big goal is for all of you to start thinking about intentional meals. Because when I say intentional meals, we want to be building these balanced plates. We're going to be talking about that in a second. And when we're having these intentional meals, it's going to lead to less snacking, which will lead to less bloating. So if we're snacking all day long, I could have full training on this alone, but there's certain systems that go on in the body when we're snacking all day that lead to bloating. So having intentional meals will mean less snacking, which means less bloating. So what the heck are intentional meals? Each meal needs to have four components of protein, fat, carb, and color. Those are the four components to have at every single meal. The combo of these foods are going to help keep you full and satisfied. It's going to increase your energy, so you're not needing to snack all day. Your body's not going to be hungry, craving energy because you have it going on a energy roller coaster, right? You're balanced. Your meals are balanced. Your energy is balanced. So you don't need that constant snacking, which will lead to less bloating. Random meals without thought. I know we're all guilty of this. You know, when you're in a hurry, maybe you're just reaching for the first thing in your pantry, or you're in between work meetings and you're just having to grab something really quick. You're not really putting much thought into it. This is what leads to more bloating, more bathroom issues, lots of gas. This is what leads to IBS. Maybe you've been told that you have irritable bowel syndrome. I see this all the time. This is like such a huge thing that I'm working on with clients. So you may be looking at this like, okay, this still feels like a lot. How do I actually do this? Maybe you're sitting there like, yeah, Jillian, this sounds great, but how do I actually make this happen in my life? How do I actually implement this? The guide walks you through this entire process. So you'll learn that you can build these balanced plates all on yourself. This is literally a screenshot from the guide. Inside of the guide, I have written out the different food components, those four that I just mentioned, with the correct portion size guidelines. So that's another big question that I get. And of course, it's going to differ from person to person. But so many times, I get the question of, okay, Jillian, how many carbs should I be eating? How much protein should I include with my meals? So I've included some guidelines to get you started. Tons of examples. I literally have pictures of my own bloat-free meal. So I'm a visual learner. So hence the PowerPoint I made for today. And so I've included actual pictures of my bloat-free plates that you guys can replicate, get ideas from. And it's truly a guide for finding the foods that you do well with. So it's really, really helpful for that way. As you're probably catching on, this is way more than a meal plan. It's really a meal guide because it's teaching you how to do it all on your own. I mean, it's over 90 pages. There's a lot of information in there to help support you in implementing it all on your own. But I also included 21 days of eating. So there is a 21-day meal plan in there to get you started, set you up with fresh, new, delicious ideas. Like I said, I've included breakfast, lunch, dinner, for every single day, as well as snacks and desserts. So you're really set up for success. There's also full grocery guides. That was one of the reviews. We reached out to some people who had purchased the meal guide, and one of their favorite parts were those grocery lists. I was seeing that time and time again. People were like, "Thank you for the grocery list." So before every week, I set you guys up with a grocery list of what to have on hand, making it super easy, right? I'm all about simplicity. All right, let's talk about the snack guide. So, like I said, there is a right and a wrong way to snack. Think about the typical snacks in the US. It's things like chips and crackers and granola bars and cereal. These are energy zappers, and you'll be feeling real hungry again super soon, which will lead to more snacking. This is just setting you up for bloat. It really, really is. This is one of the most common things that I see with my clients who struggle with a lot of bloating. So there is a right way to snack. And when you're thinking about building your snacks, I really want you to think about having a combo of protein, fats, and fiber. That's the money formula. Think of them as like a mini meal. It's not just a handful of cereal. It's an actual little mini meal because you're having a combination of those nutrients. And this is going to help keep you fuller, longer, and have steady energy. So I have a full guide on building these balanced mini meals, these little balanced snacks inside of the guide. I walk you guys through it with tons of examples. All right, let's talk about the sweets guide because I love a good dessert. Where are my fellow chocolate lovers at, right? I love chocolate. So what you need to know about sweets and treats is that desserts are okay. They're totally fine. I eat literally dessert every single day, but being intentional about them is what makes all the difference. So do I have another slide on this? Yeah. So I have a full Smart Sweets guide inside of the meal guide, and they're full of options that are going to be lower in added sugars, and they add more nutrients to them. So when I'm thinking about desserts, I'm thinking, okay, how can we get more bang for our buck? How can we, no pun intended, have our cake and eat it too? How can we get more nutrition into the desserts that we're eating so we get more bang for our buck? And so that's by adding different things like protein, healthy fats, and fiber. How can we bring these really nourishing nutrients into our desserts? And so adding things in like protein powders, nuts and seeds and fruits, all of those are really great additions to dessert. So I have a full recipe guide inside of this meal guide all on Smart Sweets. So it's basically dessert recipes that are chef's kiss, so delicious, and they include these added nutrients so that they are smarter sweets. So jumping back to this page, I wanted to show you guys inside of this meal guide, I have probably over 70 gut health hacks, little things like these. So throughout the meal guide, you'll find gut health hacks like this. This one says, cacao is a rich source of polyphenols that help increase good gut bacteria. That's a true fact, guys. So next time you're eating some good high quality cacao, some good dark chocolate, you can rest easy knowing that you're doing some good for your gut. So there's tons of gut health hacks just like this, all sprinkled throughout the meal guide, literally probably over 70 of them. So just a fun little bonus for you guys. So for the Smart Sweets, sometimes we just want to satisfy our sweet tooth and still feel good in our bodies, right? So I'm really giving you guys my favorite treats so that you can feel good about putting them into your body. Here are some of the recipes that I've included in there for you guys. Protein cookie dough, so good. Single serve chocolate cake. It's in a mug, so this is perfect for you if you just want a single serve of a dessert. Maybe you don't want to bake an entire cake to have in your house. You just want a single serving. I put a recipe in there for you. Chocolate nutty dates, and I also included a ton of my favorite brand recommendations. So different sweets and treats that you can just find at the grocery store that I love and have great ingredients. So you don't have to spend time researching it on your own. I did all of that for you. So finding your favorite eating plan. Foods, these are going to be foods that you love and that you do really good with. So these are going to be the foods that, number one, you enjoy and that make you feel good in your body. I want you guys to have fun with meals. Everything is flexible. There's no stringent rules on nutrition. That can just cause more stress and anxiety around nutrition and food in general. So have fun with them. Everything is flexible. You will see that in this meal guide. Use this guide to help build meals that are gut healthy and nutrient rich and bloat-free, but then have the freedom to make them your own. Throughout this entire guide, I'm going to show you here on the next slide, I help walk you through how you can really make these meals your own, depending on what you have on hand in your pantry, depending on your preference, depending on your family's preference. You can really have the flexibility to modify it as you'd like. So I'll show you how to do this. We'll do an example. So for example, I just took the first recipe in there from week 1, day 1 breakfast. I have a low sugar smoothie recipe for you guys. Now, the reasoning behind this low sugar smoothie is we really want to be mindful of sugar in the mornings. All of our meals set us up for sustained energy and wellness. So there's a lot of thought that's been put into every single one of these meals. And so you guys can rest easy knowing that if you were to just follow this, you're going to be feeling really good. Okay, so this is the recipe for that low sugar smoothie. And let's, for example, say that you don't do great with cauliflower. Maybe you don't like cauliflower. Maybe you feel like you get really bloated when you have cauliflower and you're like, I'm not huge onto that. What's another veggie that you do well with? Throw it in there. Maybe you want to throw in some frozen zucchini or just chopped up zucchini. That's one of my favorite additions to a smoothie. In the guide, it gives you tons of examples of what good alternatives could be, so you can pick and choose whatever works well for you. Do you not have hemp seeds? So third ingredient here is hemp seeds. Great source of healthy fats and protein, but maybe you don't have any hemp seeds on hand. What's another healthy fat that you can include? You can refer back to that balanced plate guide for examples. So what I was showing you guys earlier of the different food components, I have full sheets of different examples of each food component. So you can choose alternatives, whichever one you do have on hand or that you like. Another example, so there's some peanut butter in this. Maybe you're allergic to or you don't like peanuts. So maybe use coconut milk or water because there's also some almond milk in there. So maybe you switch out the almond milk for coconut milk or water, and then you just leave out the peanut butter. So easy to make it flexible and easy. It can be simple. You guys don't have to put much thought into it. The other thing that I love about this meal guide is it's over 50 recipes that are all under 20 minutes. They're 20-minute or less recipes. Yeah, I know. Especially if you have a big family, you're cooking for a lot. I get it. You don't want to come home and have to slave in the kitchen after a full day of working. So they're so easy to throw together. Simple recipes, gluten-free, dairy-free. It really is amazing. So gut healthy eating really is simple for you to do all on your own. And this guide is truly what's going to walk you through it. So tons of yummy recipes inside. Before each week, you'll get a full preview of what you can expect for the week. There's 21 days of whole food-based meals, things like protein pancakes from the garden bowl, liver-loving summer salad. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but somebody just made this liver lover salad on Instagram, and they posted about it, and they loved it. So that was really fun to see. Nourishing pasta marinara, burger bowls, fiesta zucchini boats. I love that one. Gut fuel probiotic foods. I actually just made this probiotic bowl the other day. Again, it's on my stories. And yeah, those are just some of the fun recipes that you guys get in this book. They're so simple. They take 20 minutes or less. They're really great. All right, so meal planning for a bloat-free summer. In summary, what you want to do is more balanced meals, less random plates, less mindless snacking, more intentional snacks, less desserts that make you feel like crap and zap your energy, more smart sweets so that you feel good and satisfied. And then the fourth biggest tip is to be prepared. Something like having this meal guide so it takes all the thinking out. We really did it all for you guys. So like I said, this over 90-page meal guide is normally $79, but there's a huge sale going on today for only $39. So a lot of you guys have taken advantage of the sale. I wanted to pop in and remind you guys because tomorrow's the last day to get your copy at half off. So I put the link to grab your copy of the 21-day meal guide. It literally gets sent directly to your inbox. So there's no waiting, no delays. You can get it and get started right away. So as always, if you guys have any questions, you know that you guys can always write into this Facebook group, tag me, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoy the meal guide. Let me know if you have any questions.